Welcome back to AutoZone, the channel where we bring you the newest, boldest, and most anticipated machines in the automotive world. Today, we're diving into something that feels almost unreal, a vehicle that pushes Ferrari into a territory once thought impossible. This is the story of the 2026 Ferrari F80 SUV, a machine that blends Italian performance heritage with everyday usability, while still looking and sounding like a purebred exotic. Before we get into the details, imagine this: a Ferrari that can conquer mountain roads, tear down a track, and still carry your family and luggage without sacrificing the brand's racing DNA. Sounds insane, right? But that's exactly the point. The 2026 Ferrari F80 SUV is Ferrari's bold declaration that performance doesn't have to stop where practicality begins. Now picture the first time you see it. The stance is aggressive, sitting low compared to most SUVs, giving you the immediate sense that this thing isn't trying to be friendly. The designers clearly decided that if Ferrari was going to enter the SUV game, they weren't going to soften their image. Instead, the F80 looks like a raised supercar: sharp angles, aerodynamic cuts, and wide muscular hips. The front end carries an evolution of Ferrari's signature design language, a sculpted hood that channels air straight into a massive central intake, slim LED headlights that seem to glare at the road ahead, and a front splitter that hints this SUV wasn't made just to sit in city traffic. Walking around to the side, the coupe-like roofline gives the F80 an instantly recognizable silhouette. It dips gracefully toward the rear, where massive quad exhaust pipes sit under an integrated diffuser, something you'd expect on a track car, not an SUV. Ferrari didn't want this to be just another performance SUV. They want this to be the SUV that sets the standard. The body lines aren't simply aesthetic. Every crease, vent, and opening manages airflow and reduces drag or pushes the vehicle into the ground at high speeds. The F80 looks fast even when it's parked. But here's the part everyone wants to know: what's powering the 2026 Ferrari F80 SUV? Under the hood sits a hybrid V8 powertrain, Ferrari's latest evolution of performance engineering. The twin-turbo V8, paired with an electric motor, delivers an absurd combined output rumored to push past 850 horsepower. Yes, you heard that right, an SUV with the same kind of power as some of Ferrari's track-focused machines. 0 to 60 somewhere in the neighborhood of 2.8 seconds. Top speed over 200 miles per hour. Ferrari didn't hold back. They didn't tone anything down because of size or weight. Instead, they engineered around the extra mass, using advanced materials and lightweight components to make the F80 move like something much smaller. The hybrid system allows for silent electric cruising when needed, but let's be honest, no Ferrari owner is buying this to drive quietly. The moment that V8 awakens, the F80 roars with a sound that only Ferrari can produce. It's deep, sharp, and emotional. Even with modern regulations, the F80 finds a way to sound like a true Italian beast. At full throttle, it doesn't just accelerate, it launches, pushing you back into your seat while the exhaust note transforms into something almost orchestral. Now let's talk about the interior, because Ferrari has created something special. When you open the door, you're greeted with a cabin that feels like the cockpit of a futuristic jet. There are rich leather surfaces, carbon fiber everywhere, and stitching so detailed it looks handcrafted because it is. The steering wheel integrates Ferrari's signature controls, letting you start the engine, adjust driving modes, and manage performance settings without lifting your hand. A wide curved digital display wraps toward you, creating a driver-focused zone with all the data you need: performance telemetry, navigation, and real-time system diagnostics. Passengers aren't left out either. The F80 offers surprising space in both rows thanks to smart packaging, but Ferrari didn't compromise on luxury. Rear passengers get their own screens, climate controls, and even massage options depending on the configuration. This is the SUV that tries to blend supercar performance with executive class comfort, and somehow, Ferrari pulls it off. The panoramic roof floods the interior with natural light, giving passengers a sense of openness that contrasts beautifully with the aggressive exterior. But a Ferrari isn't just about power and looks, it's about handling. The F80 uses an advanced adaptive suspension system that can stiffen or soften in milliseconds. Whether you're cruising on the highway, navigating rough city streets, or slicing through tight mountain corners, the system reads the conditions and adjusts to give you the best possible experience. Four-wheel steering gives the SUV incredible agility, making it feel much smaller than it actually is. Combine that with Ferrari's legendary traction management system, and the F80 handles like no SUV has any right to. Off-road capability isn't the focus here, but Ferrari didn't ignore it completely. The F80 features adjustable ride height, reinforced underbody protection, and multiple terrain modes, meaning it can handle gravel roads, light trails, and winter conditions with confidence. Still, this isn't the SUV you take into the mud for fun. This is the SUV you take to a ski resort and then drive straight onto a track the same afternoon. What sets the F80 apart isn't just what it can do, it's what it represents. Ferrari avoided the SUV market for decades, believing it didn't align with their identity. But the world changed, and the demand for performance SUVs soared. Instead of simply following the trend, Ferrari waited until they could enter the segment with something revolutionary, something that still embodies Ferrari's DNA: passion, performance, emotion, and exclusivity. The F80 isn't Ferrari giving in, it's Ferrari raising the bar. Some purists will argue that Ferrari should never build an SUV. But when you see the F80 accelerate, when you hear the engine sing, when you feel the craftsmanship inside, it becomes clear, this is still a Ferrari. It just happens to have more seats and more space. And if it expands Ferrari's audience while keeping the brand's identity intact, then why not? Pricing will be high, very high. Early estimates suggest starting numbers well above the current Ferrari SUV offerings, especially considering the hybrid technology and the handcrafted details. But that's expected. A Ferrari is never about affordability. It's about owning something no one else can replicate. The F80 is a statement piece, a piece of automotive art, a machine built for the elite who want power, prestige, and practicality in one stunning package. If you're someone who loves the idea of a daily drivable Ferrari without giving up space or comfort, the 2026 Ferrari F80 SUV might just be the ultimate solution. It's wild. It's futuristic. It's a supercar disguised as a family vehicle. Ferrari didn't just make an SUV, they created a new category. And that wraps our deep dive into the 2026 Ferrari F80 SUV. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more coverage on the world's most exciting cars, make sure you're subscribed to AutoZone. Leave a comment telling us what you think about Ferrari entering the SUV game. Has the brand evolved, or has it gone too far? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.